Hello, everybody. Eric here with the Arcane table. We're at the Saskatoon exhibition. This is what, day 3, 4, 5?
We'll call it 5.
Yeah, it's been a slog. Some days have been busier, some days are slower. It's nice to see that things are kind of picking up. I'm sitting here with John with ToonCon. Hello, everybody. John and his crew represent ToonCon. They go all throughout Saskatoon and they do all kinds of different fun board game evenings and also represented different events and cons throughout Saskatoon as well. Thank you for doing this, John.
You're welcome. I'm glad to help.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, you guys are always helpful. That's what I love about us. ToonCon and DMU. You seem to be like two peas in the pod.
Yeah, we're both. I think we both have the same goal.
Yeah.
Yours is to increase tabletop gaming in Saskatoon.
Yep.
Ours is to increase gaming in Saskatoon.
Yeah, and just have fun. You know, like I'm always amazed as to who is willing to sit down and play a board game, or who's willing to sit down and play some D&D. It takes all kinds to make the world go around. And I think fun is one of those things that brings us together.
Yes.
So, ToonCon, tell me all about it. What are you guys about?
Well, we started in 2011.
Okay.
And we've been running every year except for 2021 and 2022. Some sort of pandemic, I heard.
Yeah, Pandemic's a great game. I love it.
Yes. Yeah. And we play board games.
Cool.
We've been branching out. We do something called Play a New Game or Try a New Game. The name changes. And quite often it's a role-playing game, or it's a miniatures game, or it's some weird board game.
Is that what you guys do at the Thirsty Scholar on...
The Thirsty Scholar is a different thing.
Okay.
Thirsty Scholar is, come on down, we'll teach you a game.
Cool.
We don't know what the game... I don't know what the game is until the beginning of the month.
Fair enough.
Because we have to get somebody to come in and say they want to teach it.
Fair enough, yeah. You know, but I always see on Facebook or on social media you guys are active there.
Yes.
So, and it's always at the Thirsty Scholar on Mondays.
Mondays, 7 to 9. Exactly. Every Monday.
Yeah. Which is awesome, you know, because that takes a commitment. You know, and once again, you know, that's just trying to promote fun.
Yes.
Why are we here? Why are we at the Saskatoon Ex today?
We're at Saskatoon Ex today to teach people how to play board games.
All right.
And that's what, and you know, a side effect is we're pushing ToonCon and the Extra Life. We're trying to do both.
Absolutely.
To raise the awareness of board gaming and Extra Life, which is a fundraiser for the Children's Miracle Network.
Yeah, like DMU is also involved with the Extra Life. We've ran the 24 marathon 2 years in a row now. From what I understand, the first year we broke the record for funding for the event, and the second year we destroyed that record. So I'm really happy, really proud to be a part of it. ToonCon is also a very important part of that. You guys bring in tons of people, you know, looking to play games and to teaching new games.
That's our goal, really.
Yeah, and it's really cool. It's a lot of fun. So, of the events here this weekend, what two games do you kind of want to highlight? So, what can we show the audience?
I think probably the games that have had the most draw have been Blokus, which is the tile laying game, and Tumbling Dice.
Tell me about Blokus first, and then we'll look a little bit at Tumbling Dice.
Sure. Blokus is a game where you're taking turns laying tiles and you're trying to cut each other off on a very small contained board. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's very similar to Tetris, but 4 players.
Yeah.
But also like Snafu, if anybody remembers that.
Nope.
Oh, it was an Intellivision game. I'm dating myself. You know, and the whole idea is you got 2 players and you have to make lines. Kind of like Tron with the...
Tron, the video game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, with the speeder bikes, whatever it is.
Yep.
And the whole idea is you have to cut somebody off so they're kind of isolated.
Yep.
And they can no longer use their tiles. But at the end of the game, you kind of tally up the...
You count how many pieces you have left based on the number of squares on each piece.
Absolutely, yeah. And that determines who's the winner and who's the loser.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a fun game. There's also a 4-player and a 2-player version.
Yeah, there's a 2 and a 4. The 4-player will play 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
But the 2-player is strictly 2-player.
Yeah. No, it's a lot of fun. Easy to pick up, and literally you can learn it in 5 minutes. You know, but there's a lot of strategy on when to place your tiles and when not to place them.
Yep, and how to cut people off.
Cutting it off is trying to isolate people off so their space is limited, and then you have more space for your tiles.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a really fun game. And then Tumbling Dice?
Tumbling Dice may take all of 20 seconds to teach the rules to. You have a board and you roll your dice down it trying to get points.
Yep.
And there's a 0 modifier of 1, 2, 3, and 4. And as you get further down the board, and where your dice lands at the end, because you could be knocked off, you get your dice roll by your multiplier. So if your 6 lands on the 0, it counts as 0.
0.
But as you go down, it's worth more and more points.
If you're 6 lands on the 4,
you get 24.
Yeah, and you can rack up points pretty quickly at the base of the tumble board.
Yep.
But the thing is, it gets wider and wider, but those 4s are smaller and smaller at the ends. So there does require a certain level of skill to get them there. And the thing is you got all these dice on the board, and what happens when dice clatter into dice?
Yeah, exactly. They could go anywhere.
Yeah, off the board or down the next tier for more points.
Yep.
Like I've played it 5 or 6 times now, and I can very well see that fitting into like a tavern game for Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, quite often that's like, let's go to the tavern. We're gonna gamble and drink and have fun. So DMs are always struggling. Well, how do I do a mini game within the game? Something like Tumble Dice would be easy. It literally takes 2 minutes per round. It's 4 rounds, I believe.
Yep, it's 4 rounds.
And you can just bet coins on each one or bet golds on each one, and it's like a mini game within the game. All of this is sold at Dragon's Den, I believe.
Everything is sold at Dragon's Den.
Yeah, cool. And once again, Darren and the crew at Dragon's Den are phenomenal. If you take a look-see around, you can see the signage for Dragon's Den here all over the place. They pretty much sponsor everything in regards to tabletop or board games in Saskatoon.
Yep.
So once again, thank you, Darren, for everything you do for the community. Awesome.
Yeah, they're one of our sponsors for ToonCon.
Absolutely. And they're one of the major sponsors for the Extra Life as well.
Yes, they are.
Yep. So once again, thank you very much, Darren, for everything you do for the community. Okay, so when's ToonCon? Tell me about ToonCon.
It's April 24th to 26th.
Okay, so what can we expect at ToonCon?
Board games, and more board games.
Absolutely.
And an auction.
Where is it held?
It's going to be in the Diefenbaker room at the Ramada Renaissance and in the Riel room. Last year was big enough that we're going to have to go to 2 rooms this year.
Yeah, exactly. Expanding, which is good to see.
Just to see what happens, because we found that we didn't have enough room for pickup games or games from the library, just open gaming. We didn't have enough room upstairs, so we're going to move that downstairs.
Cool.
Move a lot of the demo stuff and the auction downstairs. The auction, 250 items in 2 hours.
Yeah, I've gone before. It gets pretty wild.
It does.
Yeah, you can pick up some amazing board games there on the cheap, or you get like for some of those more limited edition stuff. Those paddles go up pretty damn quick.
Yep.
And something that's like $200 could go for like $400 or $500. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is, and you never know, because there's some people bring in a Kickstarter they bought and they decided they didn't want it, and they haven't even broken out of shrink.
Yeah, a lot of it is still factory sealed, which is cool to see. That sounds good.
I will tell you, registration opens mid-March.
Okay, cool.
And $25 for early registration, $30 at the door.
Is there like a website or get through your Facebook?
ToonCon.ca.
Okay, cool. ToonCon.ca. Perfect.
Yep.
And then, from what I understand, there might be a little bit of room for DMU in there somewhere.
We will have a little bit of room for D&D players as well.
Cool.
Or other games.
Absolutely.
Because I think one of the guys wants to run Cypher.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, like that's one of the things we do. We run multiple different systems.
Yep.
Obviously, when people think of tabletop, D&D is top of mind. But still, we are branching out into Daggerheart. We are doing other things like Call of Cthulhu and Avatar: The Last Airbender, which are very cool systems. Kind of like board games, it's important to try something different.
Yes.
Just like with tabletop, it's important to try something different as well.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, this has been great. I've had a really good time, John.
Good to hear.
Wonderful. Yeah, we need to do this more often.
Yes.
Keely and I have been talking about coming out to the Thirsty Scholar frequently. We still want to sit down and play a game of Azul. Wasn't it like Game of the Year or something a couple years back?
I think it was, yes.
Yeah. Like we have a board game, a library. It's not huge, but we do want to add those key pieces to it. And I think that's one of the games we'd like to include in our library.
And honestly, one of the things that I suggest to people is come and try new games. You might find something you really like. Don't stay in your rut. When I actually started going to board game conventions in Calgary, I signed up for no games I'd ever played before.
Yeah, no, that's no fun.
Because you're gonna learn. Maybe you'll learn your new favorite game.
Absolutely, yeah, you betcha.
And I did learn one of my favorites when I walked in, played it cold, and I loved it.
Cool, absolutely, yeah. And that's just it. You should be willing to try something new. Whether it's a new board game or a tabletop game like D&D. That's one of the amazing things about what ToonCon and DMU does. DMU does is that we open it up to the public, allowing people to have a taste of really what's out there.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you once again.
No problem.
We need to do this more often.
Yes.
And wonderful. This has been the Arcane Table. This has been John with ToonCon. Remember, you're always welcome at the table. Yay, we're live.
Are we now?
I hope. Mostly alive.
Okay.
Mostly alive is partially dead. That's
Yes.
from the
Princess Bride.
Awesome, good for you. It's my favorite movie of all time.
Oh, okay.
We just recently we went to Superman at the Scotiabank Theater.
Yes.
And it was like we were looking forward to it. It's like 3 weeks in, but at the Broadway they were playing the Princess Bride Mischief Edition as well.
Okay.
And the Princess Bride is my favorite movie of all time. And it's like, okay, but I've seen it in theaters like a dozen times, and I watch it like 2 or 3 times a year. You know, like, is it really necessary to go? I'll pass. I'll miss it next. You know, I'll just get you next time. And so we went to Superman, and it was fine. It was like a 6 out of 10.
Yep.
I'm not going to ruin it if you haven't seen it already. You know,
I'm not going to see it for another year.
yeah, exactly. It was just okay. You know, it's like James Gunn is awesome and Superman, sure. You know, but in retrospect, I wish we would have just gone to the Mischief Edition, because to me, that's like there is no perfect movie, but to me, Princess Bride is like a 9.5 out of 10. It's like it's forever quotable. It's wholesome.
Yep.
You know, it's a fairy tale. It's also a Christmas movie if you pay attention close enough.
Yeah.
At the very beginning, Grandpa comes in. Little Timmy is sick. You know, and it's like, hey, he brings him a gift. If you look at, there's Christmas decorations in the bedroom. If you look in the background, in the windows, there's snow and there's Christmas lights on the houses. And if you look in the hallway when the doors open, there's a Christmas tree.
You've watched this too much.
So that to me says it's a Christmas movie. You know, if Die Hard can be a Christmas movie, this is most definitely a Christmas movie.